It's currently 9:32 p.m. And pretty much just now, my dad finished reheating these fries that we got as part of a family bundle coupon deal. From the Burger King by my mom's place. This family bundle coupon deal for roughly just under $20 comes with 3 things of fries, 3 Whoppers, and 3 cheeseburgers. I'm currently having some of the fries after they were reheated in our oven and seasoned. So we went to that Burger King by my mom's place. While my dad was in the process of picking me up after my shift at Wegmans today ended at 6 p.m. It was from 12:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. My dad picked me up, though we had to make a stop at my mom's place for me to quickly pack my laptop case and then bring it over. And when my dad drove me from my mom's place to his place, we also, while at my mom's place, I packed some extra clothes I found. For me, small garden salad my mom got. At the Wegmans by her place. And also the remaining container of hand-dipped chocolate strawberries, the remaining plastic clamshell, pack of 6, that I yesterday got from the Wegmans I work at after my shift. I got one intended for just me, and the other one, the one brought over from my mom's place to my dad's place, is intended to be shared between me and my dad. My mom didn't want any, but my dad might. I recall in the hours right before my mom drove me from her place to the Wegmans I work at, I think roughly around 11:45 in the morning. Was around the time my mom drove me. From 10:45 in the morning to about 11:30 in the morning, I had a microwavable otherwise dry Asian noodles meal. And a pack of 2 summer spring rolls that my mom got from the Wegmans by her place. I had that with a cup of plain coffee, and was still sipping at that cup of plain coffee when I then had that plastic clamshell pack of 6 of hand-dipped chocolate covered strawberries. It took some time to eat those chocolate covered strawberries, but they were pretty good. For today's shift at the Wegmans I work at, within the produce department, I alternated from hard items such as our various potato and onions. They're called they're called convenience items, but I call them wall items because they're stocked on sort of shelving units. That are up against the walls that make up the sides of the produce department. They're called convenience items. I call them wall items. And they primarily consist of bagged greens, such as lettuce and salad kits. Such as garden salad. Those sort of items. And throughout my shift, I also at least a few points, restocked the banana section. Of the produce department. From the runner dedicated for that purpose. And that has banana boxes stacked on it. For today's shift, I was assigned the wall items early on. But then another coworker was either ending their shift or otherwise needed to be somewhere, and so they had some leftover items on their cart. That would go to the hard items section of the produce department. And I initially loaded my cart with some 40-pound bags of various potatoes, 8 5-pound bags, when I'm not restocking the banana section, I most often do the hard items. And so I started my shift today with that. And then I only really needed to restock from 2 different runners that I brought out. To restock wall items. And that only took me roughly 2 to 3 hours total of my shift. When I took my only 15-minute break during essentially the end of my shift today, at 5:30 p.m., I had a sort of lunch that my mom packed for me during the morning hours. A Peruvian chicken bowl that consisted of some Peruvian chicken, green beans, and some rice, or at least some kind of grain that resembled rice. It came with a small cup of something called green sauce. That was pretty good when it was mixed into the bowl. And I also had 2 mild cheddar cheese sticks and a 16-ounce plastic bottle of Upstate Farms whole milk. It took some time to eat the Peruvian chicken bowl, and I recall going over my 15-minute break by a minute or two, which is fine, but I just want to note that. I recall waking up for today somewhere between 8 and 9 in the morning, but not really getting up until about 10 in the morning. Prior to that, after I woke up for today, I was on my laptop, laying on my bed in my room at my mom's place. I recall I briefly worked on this by drawing a couple black triangles during the late evening hours primarily.